brutal crackdown for the last almost 1 year. While the global community talks and debates and has meetings and dresses in their beautiful suits and fancy outfits, every day up to 100 people have been killed. These are children, these are women, these are human beings in their homes, going to bed at night, not knowing if they're going to wake up again the next morning because a missile that has been supplied to this regime by the Russians and by the Iranians and by other people who have no regard for human life, who have no regard for humanity, who claim to represent civilization and yet continue in the 21st century to carry out a genocide in another land that doesn't even belong to them against the people who have been suffering for 41 years under this brutal regime, first under the father who had the honor of killing 45,000 in one city, and now again under the son who has carried on his legacy and today makes mockery of everything that is right in civilization by holding a referendum. Shame on you for making a mockery of democracy and human rights and holding a referendum. Shame, 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 shame. Shame on the global community who cannot find a way or a means to stop this killing, who can allow 2 Iranian ships to make their way to Syria, who can allow for Russian arms to make its way to Syria, who can allow for all that is evil to make its way to Syria, but cannot find a way to stop the killing of children, 3-month-old children, 6-month-old children, children who go to bed at night and wake up with half their face missing. And we can't find the means or the interest to stop this. When are we going to find it part of our interest to save human lives? When are the blood of humans going to be as important as oil? Until we reach that point, we cannot claim to be a civilized community. We are calling on the world community to rise to this occasion. We have seen genocides in Rwanda, in Bosnia, in Chechnya. We are tired of genocides while the world watches and debates. We are gathered today to support the Syrian people, the brave Syrian people who have stood alone. No one has stood with them in their fight against evil and corruption and all that represents the old way of running things, where you have no freedom to think, no freedom to speak. We are here to call for a new Syria. We gather here also to remember the martyrs of this revolution. One of the first martyrs was a young boy, 13-year-old Hamza al-Khattab, whose only crime was writing on a wall. And for this, he was taken away and tortured, brutally tortured, and sent back to his family. We remember them today in our prayers. We ask people of all faiths. This is not a religious war. They are using religion to divide us. The people of Syria have lived together for decades and for centuries in peace and harmony. They are using sectarianism to divide people, but this is not about sectarianism. So we ask, in whatever faith you belong to take a moment here to remember the martyrs and to pray for the people of Syria. Thank you for coming out. We see a lot of new faces. We're going to be having a big rally on March 18th, which is the unfortunate anniversary of this revolution. We've been here for 1 year. We've come out maybe 15 times. We hope you all make it. It's from 3 to 5, and then following the rally, we're going to be meeting at San Francisco Community College to hear some lectures from people outside, and maybe we'll be celebrating, inshallah, God willing. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.